this Friday at IFC Center. It's directed by the acclaimed filmmakers Brett Story and Steve Mang.
Okay, well, I guess in honor of that guy, Jeff Brazzers, whatever the guy's name was, he was on the show earlier. Remember that? Seems we were like a cool guy. In honor of him, I thought we'd look at this. Oh, there's an Amazon Union movie coming out. Some footage in that documentary where Amazon is all like,
I'm gonna haunt you.
Okay, but here's one of many Amazon stories that's been coming out. Okay, what the hell does this say right here? Amazon says it has a First Amendment right to union bust.
Okay.
Amazon argued to the National Labor Relations Board that its union busting tactics are protected by the First Amendment in a file it obtained by 404 Media. Okay, so on and on, Amazon got in trouble with the NLRB. The NLRB complaint also seeks an order requiring that Amazon publicly post the NLRB explanation of employee rights for 1 year. Provide laid-off workers with a neutral letter of reference. It also requires that Amazon permit the NLRB to train management on unfair labor practices. Okay, so Amazon gets in trouble with the NLRB. They're like, hey, you're doing unfair labor practices. And Amazon's reply to this is like, well, Amazon, which is a company, is actually kind of a person that has First Amendment rights. It's kind of like a person, and it has actually more rights than the actual human beings who work there. Ooh, actually, this story ties into this guy right here.
Iluma,
Who goes like this.
I love you.
Because
Iluma.
And Amazon, what did they do? Amazon argues that National Labor Relations Board is unconstitutional. What? Huh? Joining SpaceX and Trader Joe's. Oh, Trader Joe's is in there too. That's a place where you get stuff and you go like this. Yeah, so these companies are really going after the NLRB, you know, that it's unconstitutional, all this stuff. Looks like they're trying to take the NLRB to the Supreme Court, which, you know, might be friendly to these ideas. You know, like a giant company has freedom of speech, more freedom of speech than people. Real people. But anyway, guys, it's Wednesday. That's a real problem. That's a real problem for me, but I hope you're doing good. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Ricky, go lose that number. It's the number of Mila Drum James. Hey, it's Mila Drum James. That was me singing just now, if you couldn't tell. If you go, it was like a professional, you know, some kind of a professional or something. But anyway, hey, guys, don't forget to subscribe on Patreon. You're missing all manner of episodes every week. You're also missing me Patreon-only live streams and all kinds of other crap that we do back there. Just go to the description, click in the description, there's a link. There's a w.com internet link in there. They could click, and then, wow, it'd be the right there. That's new. That's new. That's never been done before. But it is Neil LeDron James here, just chilling, being just a normal, cool guy. Talk you later. Bye-bye.
I will vote for Donald Trump. How did no one ever goes, you were already in office for 4 years, why didn't you do so then? Because Americans have short-term memory loss, and that benefits Donald Trump. Like, they don't remember what it was like when he was president. They only remember what it was like, or what it is currently right now with Joe Biden as president. Yeah, I saw this clip. It's going viral all over the internet. Anna, it's sad. It's sad to see like what has become of Anna Kasparian's commentary. I don't know why she's doing this. I think she like people will immediately say, "Oh, she's grifting. Oh, she's grifting." I think it's sadder if it's genuine. Like, and I think it's genuine. Like, I think she has like experienced a lot of ideological shifts that started off with like, I think, homelessness and crime, like leaning into crime panic stuff. And then moving on to the trans panic stuff, and now she's just doing this thing, like running defense for Trump's fascism. Like, that's crazy. I am proud of my unc though for standing up for what he believes.
Charlie.
Let's take a look at what this clip looked like.
Because look, if we're just going to use this toward anyone we dislike, all right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say?
Like, if you cannot call Trump there is no reason to use the word. We should not learn about fascism in school. We should not learn about genocides. We should not learn about the cause. We should not learn about like how we got to this point in history. Because like that's it. Like that it's like, what do you mean? This fucker wants to do concentration camps, dude. What are you saying? Like, what are we doing? What are you saying? It doesn't make any sense. It genuinely does not make any sense. This is gonna get clip chimp. No, dude. It's just like, if you don't consider Donald Trump, I don't know what to tell you. Like, what do you think is a fascist?
You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got a fake election.
He's right. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm so unpilled right now. Of course he does.
Electors, and I'd like to terminate the Constitution and bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot protesters. I mean, if that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
Securing C.
Was he able to do those things?
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Dude, sorry. Excuse me, officer. I know that, like, I went into a bank with a gun, okay? And I said, put the money in the bag, please. And then they put the money in the bag, and then on the way out of the bank, I actually slipped on a banana peel and fell. Technically, I didn't extract all of the dollars out of the bank. I am not a bank robber. That's fine. Please do not call me a bank robber, because guess what? I failed in robbing the bank. Like, what are we doing here? When it comes to the term fascist, like, if your entire worldview revolves around ultra-nationalist sentiments, like, and the abolition, the complete deportation of like an entire, like, tens of millions of people that are currently living on U.S. soil, like, that's it. That's Adolf Hitler. What are we doing? That's Adolf Hitler. That's it. He's literally saying he wants to use the military against the enemy from within. That is Adolf Hitler, okay? That does not make sense. It doesn't. This is why I'm like mad about the Democrats being like, don't call Trump supporters trash. It's like, what are you saying? They're doing Nazi rallies at the place where they did a Nazi rally in 1939. They are Nazis. They're saying Nazi things at the Nazi rally. What the?
We're losing Charlie.
His rhetoric is awful.
Okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Thank you.
Not that hard. Oh, here, let me have dinner with Nick Fuentes, who's a Nazi, Kanye, who's a Nazi, and let me say there's good people on the Nazi side. Oh, it could be pro-Confederate guys. Might be guys who are pro-slavery.
He's right. He's right. Unc is cooking. Unc is cooking. He's right. I'm glad that he's like it. He hasn't lost the sauce on this part, because you know he's a little bit of a crime guy too. But goddamn, dude, that's why I'm writing Cenk Uygur on the ballot.
Who are good guys. Let me do all of these things. Let me say that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, a Nazi term that is only used in the past by Nazis, and then say I'm going to ban Muslims, I'm going to do this and this and this to all other ethnic groups, and then go, oh, I can't believe you called me a fascist. No, he is a fascist. I'm very happy to call him a fascist.
All right.
All right. Let me get back into it.
Dude, oh God. I love this man. That's Unc, man. That's Unc. He went hard. He went fucking hard. I don't think Anna is pro-fascist. I think she's just become like more of a centrist with right-leaning associations as time has continued, due to a metric ton of criticism and feedback and backlash that she has received from the left. It cooked. I think a lot of people's brains get fried when they divert even a little bit from like whatever the leftist progressive position is, right? And most people don't have any way of like dealing with that in a normal fashion, where they just like the moment that, because they're getting shit on. I know Anna. I've known Anna for 20 fucking years, okay? She got shit on her entire life by the right. Like nonstop, doxing, death threats, rape threats, all this shit, right? So when you're doing that for like 25 fucking years, okay? When you're doing that for 20 plus years, you're constantly getting fucking bullied. And you feel like, you know, you can't even get support from the left. Right? You can't even get like the support that you think you deserve in the left because you have disagreements with other people who are like prominently online, extremely online, on the left, whatever. It just like fries your brain where you're like, what the fuck am I doing this for? And the difference is like you have to be an incredibly stubborn person to just go, I don't give a fuck what people say. I'm still gonna advocate for the things I'm advocating for. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And I think that like slowly but surely she got like crime pilled, okay? And people were like very upset with her over that. And then she got like transphobia pilled a little bit with like the birthing person stuff. And I think it just like basically fried her brain. And it's sad to see, but it happens, you know? Can't imagine what a reasonable person would end up looking like to someone like that. Guys, I don't, like, the only reason why I'm saying all this is because, like, I know where she's coming from. Like, I know. I don't agree with her, and she has attacked me consistently throughout the years, and my response always is like, I hope she's doing all right. I hope she's doing all right. You know, we have our disagreements. It is what it is. But, like, you have to understand, she's in a very unique predicament, okay? Like, there are not that many independent voices on the left, right? And this is what TYT was for a very long time when that space was incredibly lonely, okay? When that space was just fucking lonely. And that's it. So I think it like cooked her a little bit. I think it fried her a little bit. That's what happened. And now, and slowly but surely, I think what ends up happening is like slowly but surely, you just let the reactionary part of your brain that believes certain nonsensical positions like take over. You know, that's it. Anyway, what's on? You can't just call someone who's ultra nationalistic with a fascist ideology and not come on. Those people are pretty bad. Yeah, exactly. It's just so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway. Regarding her saying he hasn't even done any of the fascist stuff yet, if there's one thing we know about Trump is that he took the failed J6 insurrection in stride and decided to surround himself with people who would keep him more grounded and sensible, so it will never happen again. Yeah, I don't think the second January 6th situation is likely due to the fact that it happened once and like we saw that there was deterrence, you know, to a certain degree. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what will happen. Do you ever worry as you age you'll turn slightly reactionary too? How do you avoid it? I don't know. I feel like I've stayed solidly. Like I have stayed my ground on these on the opinions that I hold. You know, regardless of the endless amounts of attacks. Trump's message on Lebanon. During my administration, we had PM very soon. I will fix the problems caused by Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. I want to see the Middle East turn into a real peace, a real lasting peace, and we will get it done properly. So it doesn't repeat itself every 5 to 10 years. I will preserve the equal. This is like catnip, by the way, for like dummies. The way that he's presenting this is so perfect for the dumbest guy you know, who will absolutely believe this. You know what I mean? I will vote for Donald Trump. How did no one ever goes, you were already in office for 4 years, why did you do so then? Because Americans have short-term memory loss, and that benefits Donald Trump. Like, they don't remember what it was like when he was president. They only remember what it was like, or what it is currently right now with Joe Biden as president. That's a major problem in this election. Like, that benefits Donald Trump quite spectacularly, in my opinion. We have this capacity to feel nostalgic, you know. Biden did say that. That's when they started saying it to Kalama. What? Americans' brains were rotted immediately after COVID. That's why no one remembers shit. I think that's another reason too. What is this? This is an open coup. I can't see it. I'm surprised no one made the point of how bad Trump did with COVID. US is the worst. Dude, not only did we not talk about how bad Trump did with COVID, not only did people forget about like how badly Trump the but also
cleanup crew.
Kamala Harris on stage literally outflanked Trump on the COVID regulations. And was like talking about how Trump the COVID in the opposite direction, where he was like too restrictive. I think we have forgotten what the Kamala camp was, what their perspective was overall. You know?
Hostile marksman in our AO.
What city do I live in?
You just don't get it, do you, Marty?
Exclusive saturated content Halloween merch is available until noon on Friday, so get it while you can. It's been a long time since I've talked about Cyrax, and there are some reasons for that. For the most part, as we will see, and as we'll discuss a little bit here today, the man has not changed basically at all in the past like 3 months since I've talked about him. Secondly, YouTube doesn't really seem to like him all that much, understandably so. I don't think the broader community is a big fan of him either. However, you kind of have to toe the line a little bit whenever you talk about him. Now, recently, I saw that there was an audio clip that came out that was portrayed as being recent, but was actually quite old about Chance potentially having to leave his house. However, I think there are some recent clips that have gone on with Chance that actually reinforces what the title of this video is, that he will never be kicked out. And that's not the most outlandish, craziest slam doinkaroni that saturated content has ever said. Everybody kind of understands that Ed and Sally have no real interest in getting rid of Chance. However, through a couple different police interactions, we start to see that the knight in shining armor, Ed, he's starting to, get some scratches on that pretty little pristine armor, and he's starting to second guess everything that's going on. So we're going to talk about the phone call probably like halfway through the video. We'll talk about some recent streams. Tomorrow's Halloween, so there's a chance that Chance, good fun, might have a protest or something happening, who knows. But I just wanted to give an update. I haven't talked about him in so long. He was pivotal in my creation of commentary videos, so we're giving some respect to the potential of Chance never being kicked out.
I said he has a YouTube channel. People call him. He's like offering checks for Oh, that's that. Okay. They called for him one time. Hey man, how you doing?
Not good. I don't want to get arrested, but I want to be honest with you guys, okay? The police and no sort of people in law enforcement have helped us at all whatsoever. We've gone through lawyers, we've gone through detectives, we've gone through FBI, and it's led me to do things on the internet that I don't want to do to stop these people.
I'll call in the police, I'll call in the FBI, I'll call anybody to get my information off the internet. Now.
I got that sniper.
All right, so this is the whole point that Jesus, that I wanted to mention. Chance hasn't changed. I like this second body camera angle that we see that he's like 3 feet tall, barely at the kneecaps of the police officer standing right there. He's coming out whimpering and sobbing. The guys are so mean. Even though before they even show up here, one of the police officers mentions that Chance is basically known for exposing himself online. Doing some poinky things in front of Marty's stream. It's just guys hanging out together. That's just what dudes do, right? And he's trying to garner sympathy, but how can you garner sympathy if you're calling the police hundreds of times a year and they know who you are? Bro, it's not like, all right, they're all gonna be rookies this time. This time, I'm gonna convince them and they're gonna fight the crusade with me. Come on, Chancey Boo, we gotta figure this out.
Matter of fact, just the other day, I just got done with therapy for the first time in how many years, Ed? Since like 2012. If you look on the roof right here, they've thrown paint on our house. They dropped it from a drone, and nobody will do anything to help. And I don't know what to do. I am scared of these guys.
And this is the thing too, like even I don't want to call them pranks because they're not pranks, they're destruction of property, but even the drone flying things were being discussed months and months and months ago, and it's still going on. And mind you, this happened at the end of September. It's still kind of going on. There's still some issues going on between Chance and the trolls, but all of the issues that ever go on with Chance continue to go on nonstop. And obviously him saying, well, I just don't know what to do. He doesn't learn anything from this conversation. The police officers, I think, start to realize that Chance is not somebody that you can actually have a conversation with, because I honestly think at this point, getting off the internet won't even save Chance. He's too far gone. The trolls are too invested in his life. Stuff is going to keep happening to him until he retaliates, and then he's going to retaliate. You know, that's the one thing you can count on with Chance. He doesn't follow through with anything else, but I know he's going to retaliate against people if they keep messing with him, and he's going to stay online for that.
The main guy, Music Biz Marty, who is no longer on YouTube, he is now on Rumble.
Are you still putting stuff on YouTube, man?
No.
We told you a couple times.
No, I've been retired from that. He had the rig put in his name so that I couldn't get my hands on it when the original owner was her. She's the one that paid for it. But she was the one that originally paid for it. And Marty's going in and trying to illegally intercept it.
This is the most regarded conversation I've had to listen to in a long time. I feel really bad for these police officers. It's not like, you know, Akron, obviously the most beautiful city in all of America. There's no crime issues at all. There's no poverty. There's nothing that the police could be going to go assist with. Instead, they're hanging out with Chance because they gotta know that Marty is moved to Rumble, guys. Oh my God, that's pivotal information. He's talking to him, and it's funny because Ed even does it at times where they refer to these people by their names online, and they talk about them like they're somebody that they know in real life. It's like a weird, it doesn't make any sense to a normal person that's going to show up to the front door and has to listen to this. But he's talking about how his girlfriend that's 100% real from Australia bought him some really expensive gaming sim rig thing from some company that makes them in Miami, Florida. And Music Biz Marty is intercepting the package once again. Oh man. Oh, that's so crazy. And he's going through this whole thing. Yeah, you know, and he even goes on to talk about all these fake stories about his girlfriend and all the horrible things that have happened. It's like, dude, like, he likes to pretend like he's trying to preserve his privacy. He can't control himself. Like, he knows that these body cam videos are going to get published online, right? He knows that people are going to get the information for it, right? Like, I swear he's got to know at this point.
It's social media, dude. I mean, people are always going to talk on social media.
Right.
But like, block him, regardless of what he says, unless he shows up in Ohio doing something. Block him.
Well, he has showed up here before.
Chaz, are you understand what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, I do. It's just, I don't know. I actually do
So
understand.
you are on social media.
So how?
You're falling
how can
behind.
we put a stop to these guys? Because
I would advise you to stay off social media. How old are you?
34.
You understand the issue with that, right?
Yeah, I do, and I completely understand.
So people are reaching out to your dad because you're exposing yourself online. Video of you doing it, the exact same thing you're wearing right now.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
What legal route can me and my
The
family
legal route that's going to happen is you getting arrested for exposing yourself
don't
online.
This guy's epic. Whoever this cop is, I bow down to you. I bow down to you. This is hilarious. This is like a To Catch the Predator episode. It appears right now that the Predator's walking through the door wearing the exact same outfit that he was wearing when he took his ding-a-ling out and showed it to a young underage girl. And you want to know what's going to happen to you next time, buddy? You're going to the slammer. This is perfect. I mean, I wish, you know, we see all these videos of air quote predator catchers, which are just basically people that are vigilanting and running around and attacking random people who may or may not have actually been horrible people. But regardless, you know, I need to see Chris Hansen pull up to the front door like he did to Onision. I need that. I need that. Come on, give us some new entertainment, because the drone things were kind of funny from the beginning. Recently, we saw one that they dropped whatever jar or whatever, and the police officer picked it up, and it had a picture of Chance's face on the inside of the cap. Kind of funny. We need some new blood in here, and I think Chris Hansen, he's disgraced. He's fallen from grace. Bring him back. Bring him back. Have him knocking on Chance's door. Knock.
I am on
Scout pulse activated.
No, it's not.
it's
Okay. But what you're saying is...
But
What he's saying is that he needs someone. He wants us to talk to his friends, so his friends can make sure that he doesn't expose himself online. Does that make sense to you? He's not listening. I don't think that's
okay, well then, you know, he's doing this film. He's got me a hard ass where his name, he told me he was going to kick me down the steps because I went up at me. But then I said, go ahead and kick me down the steps.
Company assholes beat you? Fight back, damn it! We got the lead.
That's not
Let's go. Enemy wants to low inbound.
Ed can't take this shit no more. No matter how many perk 30s he's just crushing nonstop. No matter how much, you know, shaboink-a-doink that he's doing with Sally, it's not saving him from the goblin. However, we all understand that we don't care. Like, they've dug this grave. If this was the first time, if this was the first year of Cyrax Online, and he was getting pushed back, and you truly don't understand what's going on, they literally just told Ed that he's exposing himself online, and Ed just shrugs his shoulders. Oh, whoops-a-doodle. Like, how do you feel any sympathy for these people? You can't. So when Ed is crying, complaining that Chance is gonna kick him down the stairs, and he's gonna get hurt, he just can't take it anymore, he's gotta leave. If you continue to stay there, then that's all on you, brother. That's all on you. You've acknowledged the issues. Chance needs to be kicked out, have the internet removed from the house, and just have him, I don't know, disappear into the, I was gonna say foster system. He's 34 years old. I don't know, ward of the state. I don't know what happens with him, because I guess technically he's capable of taking care of himself in some regard. Ed thinks he could, but regardless, these three are all peas in a pod. They love the attention from the police. I think personally, whenever they call these people out, they get the attention they so desperately crave, and it sort of reinvigorates them, reinforces their own mindsets that they've had previously. So it's whatever. The following day, they get called out again because some paint gets dropped onto their van.
Who is it? Like, what do you think it is?
His name is Marty.
You said Marty lives in
Illinois.
Illinois, dude.
You can't fly a drone from Illinois.
No,
He has
no.
pay people to come around and do stuff.
Are either of you guys online?
No, I don't get online.
So how else would they?
My son does.
Yeah, no. That's the root of all your problems.
No, they're the root of all our problems. I'm not going alone.
If you go to Chicago, you're going to get in trouble.
Well, no, I'm not.
So he is not doing anything.
Well, yeah, how do you know he's in Chicago? How do you know he ain't down here at the park?
How do they have your address?
It's all public knowledge. You can go and you can pull up anybody's address.
I can see that, okay.
So they just dropped it off on your board?
Yeah, they dropped 20 square blocks. They dropped,
you guys here?
Hardpoint.
Yeah. I
All
tried to
targets
stop
declared
them.
hostile.
No.
Did you ask him
Apprehension,
something?
Crimson.
Well, after
Hardpoint
everything,
locked down.
after everything, all we got was a reason.
Keep it that way.
And here's the thing. Here's what we all have to understand.
Hostiles have the hard
If you're
point.
somebody that's capable of listening to opposing arguments, listen to somebody's dissertation about something, listen to any discussion about anything, and form your own rational thoughts, these people all have
Given up the
room
lead.
temperature IQs. I'm not saying that to be insulting. I'm saying that because
Hardpoint locked down.
they still can't acknowledge the fact that the whole premise, all the issues that he's talking about, stem from Chance.
Hostiles
The
have
reason
the
that
hardpoint.
your address is well known by everybody, nobody knows everybody's address, right? it's not like you're just some nobody, right? Chance talks about and has said his phone number, said your address, given out other people's phone numbers, all online, right? It's not hidden information. It's not like, and they've tried, obviously, they tried to get their house blurred from Google, but that didn't work. And now people are sending them bags of concrete and cinder blocks. I don't know what the objective is. Is it like, hey, if we just send enough poundage, maybe the foundation of the house is just going to collapse from all the added weight that's being included? Because Chance, you know, he's pretty light in there, and Ed's in his third trimester, so they kind of balance each other out. But this whole thing is so stupid. He's talking about going to Game End, Marty. I mean, come on, bro. Like, really? It is ridiculous. It is so stupid at this point. Like, every time you listen to them ever try and have a conversation or argument, it is mind-melting. It is mind-melting. And the police officers understand. They know all the issues, yet they still have to respond here. I don't know what it takes to blacklist an address. I really don't. Like, how in the world? How in the world? There has not been, I mean, there are some things that they can report, right? But the amount and the quantity that they do it, it's like, how much more? So we're gonna go over, so we see these 2 police visits, and now I want to talk about the voicemail thing that came out.
I need to find somewhere to go. I need to put things coming in, don't want me here no more. And what these people are doing. So we may as well give up.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. I gotta get close.
So this is the initial clip that got me really excited. I tweeted out that my bat signal was up in the sky because there was the potential that Cyrax might be kicked out. And we even saw from the 2 police videos that on one hand, Ed realizes that he's in danger being around Cyrax just for a multitude of reasons. From Chance, from other people, the whole situation's terrible. And the very next day, he completely reverts his decision. I don't know how. Maybe Chance is an ultimate master manipulator. Maybe somehow he's the smartest one in the house. I'm putting that out there. But we had this phone call between Chance and CIA Hole, and it's really old. It doesn't apply to today. And initially, I was just going to scrap this video, but I thought it was worthwhile because I think this is kind of a good bookend in case I never make a Chance video again, or it takes a really long time until another one comes out. To understand, we're running in circles, right? It's the same process over and over and over again. I got excited because I thought there was an actual transformation that was occurring in the Cyrax verse. It's not true. So the final clips, we're going to discuss some of the Marty stream and collaborations that he's had with Chance.
Well, I should be seeing you on Halloween, so I don't know why I'd say goodbye.
Guess what? You're not going to see me on Halloween.
Well, no, me there.
No, you're not. I'm going to make damn sure you're not. And you want to watch, because if you do show up, guess what? The cops will arrest you.
So in case you're unaware, Marty allegedly is getting a rally to go down Lloyd Street protesting against Chance. I've looked very little into it, to be completely honest. Will it happen? Will it not happen? Who cares? Nothing's gonna happen. Now there have been rumors that Chance is gonna find a way to disappear on Halloween and not actually be at his home. I don't see how. I feel like it would be difficult for somebody coming from out of town to organize a protest on a residential street. And the whole thing seems like there would be a lot of red tape in the Akron court system, or however you have to go through it. So like, I don't know. I don't really care, but that's basically the premise. Is they're going there to mess with Chance. He claims he's probably not going to be there. Will it actually happen? Who knows? Tune in tomorrow, and maybe we'll find out.
My mom's name. Do you not realize that that's a scam and you can get arrested for that?
How many do your grandmother do? When people are in the hospital, when it's found up money. Hospital bills.
So the second part of this is that either the trolls or Cyrax tried to set up a GoFundMe scam to pay for hospital bills for Sally or something. Who cares?
Hardpoint lockdown.
This is 2 for 2 on the who cares. Do I care if the trolls did it? Do I care if Cyrex did it? Not really. Because once again, I'm kind of blasé about the whole Cyrex thing at this point, because as I mentioned time and time again throughout this video, there's no change, so why should you really care? There's not going to be ramifications. If Chance did pull off a GoFundMe scam, nothing's going to happen. So why dwell on it?
Does everything under the name Shadowblade? He's already been registered with PMI. And guess what? I'm under a 13+ year contract with them.
So this is the delusional Cyrex that I'm accustomed to. I remember deep down,
Hardpoint lockdown.
he still believes that he has a record deal with one of the major companies